how I continue. Because the question in the magazine was that how I can achieve success in guitar, personal success, not that I become professional or anything, but that I feel fulfillment, I feel satisfied with my playing. Well, first of all, you have to compete with you, with how you were playing last week, last day, last month, last year. To do that, best idea is to follow the study program. But I tell you one thing, many people will start, but then at some point they give up because they didn't have enough determination. I just heard now, I was listening the speech that Kenny Garrett gave at his Doctor Honoris Causa status award by the Berklee School of Music, and he said in his speech that you have to be determined enough to continue no matter what, and this continues to maintain something is so much more difficult than to start. And he said that, Miles Davis one time, he said, play like a beginner, and then he realized years after that means that the beginner has this enthusiasm and is fresh, just his fresh way to play, and all those qualities, we should have that as well. And this is a quality inherent to beginners most of the time. So if we can keep this freshness in our playing, etc., that's very good. And why there is less people intermediate and even less advanced? Well, just because of that reason, because they couldn't continue playing. You know how many people I have seen giving up? Many, but very few have stayed there and achieved success. Why? Because your determination will be put into test. Means, we have this symbol. How much of this are you determined to continue? Right? Suppose I have, not contradicting, but opposing interests. Suppose I like to play chess and guitar. And then people say, well, I like both things. That's a hobby, right? Yeah, but how much of this? Because if I have 20% interest in playing guitar and 80% interest in engineering or in computer science or in any other sport or chess or any other thing, then this will be evident after a while when you cannot continue playing or practicing, following the lessons and following the study program. Study program is designed to make you play and get better by the hour. And this will happen with one quality. You have to put just one thing there, which is determination to just continue. And to do that, you have to not listen to your mind. Because your mind is telling, do another thing, check the email, watch the TV, or do another stuff. I don't say don't do those things. What I'm saying is, you have to control your mind and be focused and take the decision that I will continue this no matter what. Because some days we feel we play great. Some other days we feel like, well, now I don't feel very well playing. Yeah, but if you can transcend that state and get to a point in which you are stable there, you can be fixing your purpose, even if that means playing 1 minute or 5 minutes, even if you play 5 minutes proper, that will give you something inside. And that's why to continue things is much more difficult to maintain than to start. Starting, everybody can start. Just like say in marriage, there are even jokes about this, that when someone is newly married, then he thinks everything is great and that, and then after a while, then it became that. Why they say these jokes about it? Because it's true. To continue is difficult, but not necessarily. And also, when you get to a second stage, you will derive pleasure and liking by learning. Just by learning something, I feel elated. That's the fact. When I learn something, and I'm a student too, therefore, that's why I understand you and what you are answering me with this thing is, well, you know, I don't know, you're a teacher, that's why you're a... No, I am a student too. I'm studying too, and therefore I understand what you are going through. Whatever stage you are passing through now, I already passed it 20 years ago. Therefore, this is my experience, but I'm giving you an advice so that you can be successful in achieving what you want to achieve. But if you keep just too much attached to the results, external results, or probably you thought it would be easy to maintain, then that's a misunderstanding. Maintaining is the most difficult thing. To end up something, or to start something is not so difficult as it is to maintain something. Either you maintain the family, or you maintain your job, or you maintain your status in your work, or physical status, fitness status, anything you do, to maintain it. In the guitar practice, you maintain that. That's much more starting. Everybody starts, but some of them will keep there and they will achieve. Those who did not inject on patience on the process, and then when you get liking by maintaining, that's great. Sometimes you don't feel like playing. Let's say one feels, oh, I don't feel like playing today. Then if you force yourself a bit, not yourself, but the mind, you are different from the mind. But the mind is telling you, you are tired, don't play now. Let's say, to me, do you think the mind doesn't tell me that? All the time. But I have to say, no, I want to do this thing. Just like I'm recording this video now, right? And the mind told me, do this, do that. But I said, no, I have to answer this question for the magazine because it's important and people is getting a lot of benefit out of this answering. So I will not follow the mind, I will follow my heart. And when you follow your heart, then you will be able to continue, and then you will derive happiness and a liking for learning. And that being better every day, that's why this is important, because this will put you into test. And if you couldn't keep to this thing very honestly and as a warrior, then you will lose the battle and you will give up guitar. But hopefully will not happen that. I have many friends that played for some period of their lives, or many acquaintances and friends, people are related in the family, many people, that they say, well, I want to come back to guitar because, you know, when I was playing, I feel like I have something really enjoyable, and I feel like I really could be happy with this thing. It doesn't matter the level. You don't have to be now highest level of performance to get satisfaction from playing. But when you start, this is one thing. And now to continue, this is more difficult, and that will be the test. But it's a test that for me and for many of you will be very easy to pass this test, because you have enough determination to not listen to your mind and to develop a higher taste and a taste for playing music, which is a very positive thing. Any level and any amount of learning you can develop in this lifetime, this is great that you do it. It's just great. So I support you totally. I understand why you are asking this question, and I hope this has been useful, all what I said now, taking for granted that many of you are following perfectly well. In fact, most of the people here in CFG, we don't have complaints. Everybody's following great, and they feel very happy by their achievements. But for those who may experience some trouble there, just remember this. Don't listen to the mind. Be steady there. Play at least 5 minutes a day. And when you start playing, then all of a sudden, all that heavy thoughts or like depression and stuff disappears. All of a sudden, it disappears, and then it will clear a new path of happiness by learning and by playing guitar. And this is what I wish for you all. So try to see how this information is relatable to you and make use of it. I hope this will be useful. See you next time.